Guess we'll get into it. Yeah. I don't like to talk about this subject, but we're going to talk about it today. Trading in the futures market. And get into another awesome training. But if you, just by chance, if you don't have this manual that we actually use to do this, you got to think about that. Because these lessons, these trainings are coming from the lessons. You can just follow right along, lesson by lesson. Because the lessons are in a particular order for a reason. So, yeah, do yourself a huge favor. But Barbara, we need to get started, I guess, to make sure we don't forget to stay in order. I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Yes, sir. Here is our disclaimer for Futures and Commodities one-on-one trading group. Trading and investing carries a high level of risk. You could lose some or all of your investment. Trading commodities or any other financial instrument may not be suitable for all investors. Before deciding to trade, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. We accept no liability for any losses or damages you may incur. This means you alone are responsible for your actions in any trading or investing activities.
All right. Well, we have somebody with us tonight that we've been missing, but she probably been laying out on the beach somewhere. That's why she ain't been on here. Um, but let's see if we can bother her for a minute. Victoria, can we use your services tonight, or are you available
How
to
can
help
I
us
help?
out with the quizzes like you do so well?
Okay, no problem. Sure. Let me, I didn't, let me see if I can get it.
If you're on the beach, we can get Barbara to do it. Are you on the beach?
I just have to, I just have to get it up.
Okay. I think we had two.
Two quizzes? Okay, let me get it. Okay, yes, I'm ready. Okay, so
Over to you.
quiz number one. If you are looking for details about futures contract, where would be the best place to look? And that's the question again. If you are looking for details about a futures contract, where would the best be to look? The best place to look? Would it be A, in the news, B, reports, C, contract specifications, D, videos, or E, not sure?
C.
Okay, someone said C. Anyone?
Well, which one was C, Jamal?
Contract specifications.
Okay,
Contract spec.
gotcha.
Anyone thinks differently? Okay, here it is, contract specification. Seven.
Very good. Very good.
Okay. The second quiz. Some groupings in the futures market trade in the day and evening sessions. Is it A, false, B, true,
True.
or C, not sure? Okay, someone says true.
Somebody said true. Or
Yes.
Yeah, someone said true. True.
okay.
Anyone thinks differently? This is how we learn.
Look like everybody agreed with the truth.
Yes, everyone. It seems so.
Well, let me ask a question that just came to mind since we asked that question. Is it some or is it all the groupies trade during the day and evening session? Is it some of them or all of
I think some.
Mm-hmm.
them? Would you say, Paula?
Some.
Some?
Mm-hmm.
I want to trade feeder cattle at night, can I?
Nope.
It wasn't supposed to be for you.
Thanks, Delvin.
My bad, Jelly Bean. It slipped out. Oh.
So it's
Wait,
some groupings.
but actually, there's one more grouping that doesn't trade, even though it may trade before before the evening session. It starts over in the wee hours, and that's the grouping called the softs. It used to be called the foods and softs, but it actually trades off of London hours, even though it's trading in New York, and that's why you'll see this market start, opening up around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. because by that time it's 8, 9 a.m. in London. But it's only a day session for the soft and for the livestock. Very good. My bad, Johnny B. Yeah, yeah, you can trade field cat at night. What you got for us, Barbara? Where we at today? Lesson 5, training 5.
We are training 5, but this one is on charts, trends, and time frames, part 1. So we're only going over chart types tonight. This lesson can be found in lesson 3 in the manual of Futures and Commodities 101. So we do have a retreat coming up, you guys. If you have not gotten registered, please consider registering. This year we have a special guest that is a top industry professional. We can't tell you who it is, it's a surprise, but we want you to be there. We got Mr. Johnny that's going to be teaching us, Mr. Eric, and Delvin, of course. So, people come to this retreat that's never traded before, and they walk away with an amazing experience, and it's life changing to them. And then they get secrets and different trading strategies to take back and immediately start using every time they come. We have our regular 7 p.m. calls, and then there's another advanced call that we have on Sundays at 5. But the things that is revealed through the mentors there aren't revealed on our weekly calls. That's why you want to be there. So I would encourage you, if you haven't gotten registered, please consider. We got a payment plan for the retreat ticket. You can use a firm and pay ever so often, whatever arrangements you make with them. But we want you there this year. And then next is our book. What you get on these calls every Sunday comes directly out of this manual. We teach you from this manual. The mentors teach directly from this, and then they go in depth and in deeper for you as well. But it's just like when you're in school, when you're in college, when you take a class, you don't take it without the textbook. You gotta have a book to really learn what the teacher is telling you and wanting you to learn. You need a hard copy. We got digital, we got paperback, we got hardback. So we got you covered. But either way, we want you to get this manual because it's only going to help you. And this represents 30 plus years of what Delvin has learned. It's all in this manual. So that's another reason why, if you already have it, if you're going to get it, please leave us a review. That would really, really help us in getting this manual out in the community. So we appreciate everyone. Thank you, everyone that has already purchased it. Thank you so much, and share it with your family members. This is about generational wealth, building generational wealth. Share it with other people so that they can get it, and we would appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Miss
Next,
Bob.
we're gonna give
I got it
special.
in front of me right now, Bob.
I see you do.
I
I
know
got
that's
mine
right.
beside me.
Hey, boy, the trading, Bob.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir, man. I keep
Hey,
it close.
so we could go inside of Barnes and Nobles or any bookstore and get it, right? Not just order it offline. Because I
Well,
got mine, but I had a digital copy. I want a hard copy.
You can order it offline with Barnes and Nobles. You might be able
Okay.
to go into Walmart and buy it in person, but
Okay, sweet.
most of the distributors you can buy it online.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. All
and
right.
I always take a look around. They constantly promoting the sale. Just depending on which site you're looking at.
Yeah,
Okay.
I heard Walmart had it on sale one time. Somebody on the call bought one from Walmart, got a really good price, and Amazon keeps it on sale here or there. Barnes and Nobles have had it on sale, so look around first.
Okay, so at Walmart in the store or online?
Online.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, Special thanks to the CME group. The education that you get on the calls, the videos, the education that comes from the CME group, that is the biggest exchange in the world. So they have really good education. So we give special thanks to them and barchart.com. That's our go to platform. Um, we thank them for their website and their education. They're the leading provider for real stock and commodities data. If you look at any other financial channels, you see the charts and everything, all that comes from bar chart. So just want to keep that in mind. We recommend you take time to study bar chart. When you can, you want to stay on bar chart. All right.
Yes. Thank you, Barbara. What we got here? You said we're gonna look at some chart. I like that. We're looking at chart tonight.
Yes, it's all about chart types.
Oh man, one of me and Johnny's favorites. Let's get into it. All right. I love looking at charts, guys. All our decisions are made when you're a technical trader. All your decisions are made from the chart. So we always want to focus on spending time looking at charts, going over charts. Even if you don't have but 5 minutes a day, keep looking at the charts, and that's when you're gonna be able to start being able to read them like at the back of your hand. You hear me saying that the charts speak to you, and they do, but you have to keep giving some time to read them so you'll be able to see what the charts are saying. Right. So, Johnny, you want to kick us off in your normal fashion, my friend?
Well, I can do my best.
All
So
right.
what do charts provide? Um, they provide a trend analysis. Is the market going up? Is it trending up? Is it trending down? Is it trending sideways? Strategy and plan execution. Okay, what does this mean? This means when I get ready to look at a trade, I mean, you're going to hear one, two, three tops, one, two, three bottoms. You're going to hear 50% retracement. How can I develop a strategy and a plan to execute for my trade? Right? Risk management. All right. It's going to it's going to provide you with where should my stop losses be? What is my risk to reward? All right. Time commitment in managing. You know, we tell you about, it's funny how trends trend to be in the same time frame. So an uptrend is the same as a sideways channel as a downtrend. So it gives us a time frame that we can look at. Uh, and it helps you manage your emotions during trading. Now, if you follow the trend or if you follow the charts instead of letting your emotions get in, then it'll help you manage your emotions. All right. Next. What type charts do we have? We have a daily chart, well, actually a weekly chart, a monthly chart, and a yearly chart. If you are into your trading account through, now this is bar charts, um, but when you get into your, uh, this is for trading planning. I can tell you right now, when you get into your brokerage account, you can have it down to the minute, to 5 minutes, to 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. So, but you can, uh, what I'm saying is these charts, the ones we look at and train off of, are daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. Okay. Next.
And I'll be right back, Johnny.
Sure. Now, what do the bars teach us? Or what do we use the bars for? And on our bar charts, we're looking for analysis of a time period. So if this is a daily chart, it will tell us where the market traded or where it opened up at. You'll see there on your left. It'll show the range, what the high and the low was, and where it closed. It will also tell you whether in the green it traded up or in the red whether it closed down. So whenever you're looking over these charts, if the time frame was green, that means it closed up during that time frame. If it's red, it closed down during that time frame. Okay, next chart or next.
Next, we go over to bar chart to
All right.
look at.
Barbara, would you like to handle that?
Can you see the bar chart screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Where do you want to go?
Now, I'm going to let you.
Okay.
I would like for you to do this part.
Okay. Yes, sir. So this is, I'll go all the way back to the beginning. This is your home screen of bar chart. I'm logged in, so it says my account. Whenever you come to bar chart, if you have not, register for a free account. That way, whatever work you do in here, it will be saved. So I'm going to click on futures, and I'm going to double click it, and it's going to take me to a futures market overview. I'm going to click full list, and it's going to have all the different commodity groupings here. We're going to go to grains. So we're going to look at one of the grains. We're going to look at corn. So these are all the different grains. I mean, all the different markets in the grains market. So I'm going to click on, March 26th. So So this is our price overview page. We was here last week on this page where your contract specifications is at as well. So I'm going to click full chart. So this is the March 26th chart for corn. And just to discuss the different, you can put it in colors, like this is the bars that Mr. Johnny just went over. If you wanted to color them, you could click this little symbol right here and it changes it. There's candles here, but we focus on bars. So just so you know, that's there. And your chart time frames are down here to the bottom. So remember, Mr. Johnny said there is a weekly chart, there's daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. And so right now we're on I'm gonna put it to 1 month. And you're gonna notice that every chart looks different. Every chart has a different story according to the time frame that you're in. So this would be a 1 month chart for corn 26. So I'm going to click on 2 month, and you already see it looks a little different from the 1 month. This is known as a 3 month chart. This is 6 month. So each has a different story, each has a different picture. This is a yearly chart. This is a 1 year chart. This is 5 year. And it goes up to 20 years, and then it goes up to max, all the time frames combined. But the chart that we primarily focus on and trade off of is the 6 month chart. This particular chart right here. And the reason why is it's more up-to-date information. You have a 1 year chart, and we go to these other chart time frames so that we can compile enough information to trade off of. We don't trade off of this because this is a whole 1 year time frame. So the time that we stay in the trade is a couple of weeks or so. So we want the 6 month time frame. And so one of the first things we look at when we come here is a 50% retracement, which we're going to discuss that with you later on. And it happens in all the time frames in every market. And so that's our primary focus. So what we do, we go and we work up these different time frames and we look at all of them, and that helps us develop our plan every time we go into the market. We want to do that same thing to see, to do an analysis like Mr. Johnny was telling us, so that we can get in a trade, we can get in the right trade, and we can work our plan from beginning to end. So these are the different time frames. The daily, this is a 5-day. The weekly, the monthly, and the yearly. So we want you to, the reason why we have it in this color and it's not colored is so that it can help you, because as time go on, we're going to talk about trends, we're going to talk about formations, and we want you to be able to learn the formations this way. So this is the easier way for you to learn it. So if you're wondering, well, why is it in black and white? So this is why. So we want you, but you're gonna learn that as time go on. Mr. Johnny, do you want to add anything?
No, I don't want to confuse anybody. So, no, I think you did a fantastic job. So basically what we want to do is we want to be able to utilize these charts to find out certain information. Okay. The more information you can gather, the better it is your chance. See, let me just say it this way. Nobody really knows where the market's going tomorrow. Nobody really does. But the more information we can gather, the better chance we have of being right. It says the market doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes, meaning, you know, it it kind of acts it acts somewhat predictably, but we don't know for sure because there's a lot of factors that can influence the market. You know, the question is, do I have to sit here and watch a computer all day long when I'm trading? And the answer is no. And the reason being is because the plan that we're going to trade off of, right, is should be predictable. But if we're wrong, we're going to have our risk management in place to where we don't lose much money, right? Matter of fact, if our plan is correct and we have the golden rule in place, we're never going to risk more than 10% of our assets. But
Mhm.
our upside potential is greater than our risk and is predictable based on our plan. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah. If I can, let me ask you a question, Johnny B.
Okay.
So these different time frames all tell a different story on what's going on in the market. The daily, the weekly, the monthly, and the yearly, right?
That's correct.
But when it comes to the charts, the the story that's being told, can the story can the story tell you what's going on from the fundamental side by just looking at the charts?
Actually, it does tell you,
Hmm.
and it tells you in advance.
Yeah. So we can tell when there's a supply or demand issue going on by what the chart is saying, right?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. I want everybody to keep that in mind. You know, if you learn to read the charts, you know what's going on with that particular market from the fundamental side for the most part. You see this market rallying, and it's just making higher highs, higher lows, that this market is in an uptrend and it could be in a strong uptrend. This could tell you one thing, that the buyers are in control and it could be based on supply.
Hey, can I ask you a question real quick? Or
Absolutely.
go to a 5-year chart. Is corn market up or down?
You talking to the group?
Yep. Can somebody tell me, is it up or down?
Down.
Yes, Paula.
I think Paula said down. Is that what you
Okay.
said?
Come on, folks. This
That's
isn't
going
a hard question.
sideways. It looks like it's going sideways instead of up or down.
No, on this chart, is the price up or down off of its
It looks like
higher
it's
low?
starting to go up a little bit from its,
What's the all-time high? 828. What's the low? 383. What's the current? 430, right? So I would say that over the last 5 years, the corn market's down. What does that tell you about the supply? It tells you there's a lot of supply and not much demand. So if somebody told you that because of the sanctions, or excuse me, because of the uh, tariffs,
Paris.
that the Chinese are not in the market, so nobody's buying, what does that tell you about the demand? Tells you it's
No.
down. There's no demand and there's a lot of supply. So,
It means there's nobody buying anything.
yeah, does that not tell you what doesn't that tell you what the market's doing?
It says,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to 1 year.
And Johnny, just to piggyback on that, just to make sure y'all really get what Johnny's saying. Just from looking at the chart, you can see that on that corn chart that there's, like Johnny said, there's a supply abundance. Matter of fact, last grain season they had a bumper crop. They had some record season with so much corn grown and produced. But without you knowing that information, if you just listening to what Johnny was teaching you, you would know that from just looking at the chart. You didn't have to know that without going out there and reading it. And that's what we're saying about the charts tell you what's going on in the market.
Okay, with the 1 year chart, we're looking at the same we're looking at the same thing. We got a lot of supply and not much demand. All right. See that big down line on the far right in January?
yes.
Okay. That's when, again, tariffs were hit and there was no, the market fell out because they don't suspect there's some demand. But guess what's happening? Now, this goes back to what Lee's saying, because Lee was looking at the far right of the chart. The current demand is starting to increase. So you can see that we're starting to get more demand. Okay, so that's how we read the charts.
And just to say this before I won't forget it, if you if you don't have any experience or any um, knowledge about reading charts, don't get overwhelmed or don't get nervous or anything like that, because over time this is going to get easier and better for you to understand. The more you go over it and see this, it's going to make more sense, and you'll be able to see more clear the more you look at the chart. So don't get overwhelmed if you're new and reading charts is something that you've never done before. Okay. All right.
We're going to talk about trends, and you should be able to recognize them once they begin. So that's let's go. What's next, Barbara?
Just on chart types, but we can go over time frames with this. And the next call will be trends.
Okay. So as you can see, you can go 1 day, 5 days, 1 month, you know, go to 5 day. This is last week. Okay. So this tells you what by time frame what the market did. Let's go to a month. We're going to talk about trends. So during the month of January, or this last month, what does the trend look like for this time frame? And well, have we talked about trends yet? Trend is up.
Not yet.
Okay. Is higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows? Okay. Or a sideways trough. So right now, in the last month, it's been an uptrend. Correct?
Yes.
So this is what we're looking for. This is on this chart. And this chart's going to be different than beef, cattle, or gold, or, you know, softs like lumber or whatever. It's all going to be different. So that's why we come in here and we look at. So the thought is let's say off of this chart here, we look at 50% retracement, you know, and maybe, do I want to get in this market? Yes or no? Well, maybe I don't. Maybe the risk reward is too great. So I'd go look at another market. I find one that tells the story I want it to tell so I can make a plan where I can have limited risk and go from there. Okay? Back to you, Delvin.
Well, Bubba, I know we mentioned about the time frames, but I guess we probably want to have the slides when we go over the frame, different time frames. So if that's something that we were going to do next week or
Yes,
not,
that's next week.
yeah, because there's different time frames when it comes to the trends, and we want to talk about that and learn that, and you'll see a trend that lasts for a couple weeks, or you see a trend that lasts for months. But we want to talk about the different time frames when it comes to a trend, and we'll get into that on the next training. But just know that at one point, guys, Barbara, Johnny, and myself, we couldn't read a chart before at one point. There was a time when we looked at a chart and it didn't make no sense to us neither. So I can feel the person out there who's new and not understanding charts, but I want you to know it's going to get better. Just learn, keep studying, keep looking at charts, and you'll see when I say that charts talk to you, they speak to you. You will start to see that. So we're gonna have a lot of training on charts because that's mostly what gonna be left for the remaining of the training. Is that right, Barbara? I know for the most part. Um,
Yes, charts is what's left remaining
yeah,
primarily.
that's right, right, and it's important because I make all my trading decisions from the chart guide. So it's all about the chart. So you have to learn and be able to read the chart. Don't feel intimidated by the chart, and I don't know they what they talking about. But trust me, we was in that same place at one point. So you will get there.
Hey, can I add something real quick? Barbara, can you go back to the charts and go to, can you go to the, um, um, what do they call them? The micros, minis. Why don't you go to Bitcoin, please? And give me a 1 year chart. I want to make a point here. This is Bitcoin over the year. Folks, it got whacked. Okay. Now, most of us think that Bitcoin will will go up, um, go up again. Can you go back and click on XRP? And this is what I want y'all to know, that you can use these charts and you can use what we're teaching here on everything. Now, you can believe all the hype that people say why you need to get in or get out of a particular coin, all right, or token. And I keep telling folks that close your ears to that garbage and look at the chart. Can we go back to uh, a, 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 a lesser chart, or get one 6 months? Okay. Now look, you can you can people can talk all they want, but the chart tells the truth. Okay. Can you go to 1 month chart, please? Okay. I'm not telling you don't buy XRP. All right. I'm telling you, look at the chart. Now, all this time you're looking at it and you're saying, I wouldn't touch this for nothing. Because it's going down, 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 down. Oh, but what happened in the last month? It's changing directions, folks. So if you want to go play with XRP, I would say take this training that we give you, find your entry point, and then you can play. Limit your risk. Okay? Do you understand where I'm getting at here? These charts tell a story, and it tells you when to get in or when not to get in. We limit our risk. We read the chart. We get in where we're supposed to get in, and then we make our profit, and then we exit when it tells us to exit. And this isn't any big, heavy, big, expensive project or program we have to buy into. Okay? Yes, Lee.
So all you're saying is follow the roadmap instead of following the road?
Follow the road map
Yeah, just go down
instead.
the road a piece.
Follow the road map instead of what somebody's telling you.
Instead of just driving. Okay, that's all I'm saying, because I see the difference in what you're saying now, and I really didn't think straight. I was looking more at performance and pattern instead of where it was really specifically going. And there is a difference. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
Okay, that's all I had to say.
Outstanding, Johnny. Outstanding. There's a time when you want to buy, you get some look at the charts and understand the charts is letting you know when. Good stuff, Johnny. Now, we went over charts this evening, and I want y'all to ask the questions that are on y'all mind. Let's get into some Q&A. I want y'all to ask these questions that are on your mind right now. Now is the perfect time to ask the question. All right, so we're gonna open up the call. Any questions or comments? You can go ahead and check. Let me see.